Mixer, like, and then
Yeah.
when that went away, he went to YouTube,
Yeah.
and then I think he went back to Twitch again.
Yeah,
He
because
did.
Mixer went out.
I don't know. No. So yeah, so after Mixer, he went to YouTube Live Gaming or whatever it was, and then I think he left that to go back to Twitch. I've never seen him stream before because I don't care about Fortnite. So I was
saw a
like,
couple,
yeah,
just bullshit.
yeah. I don't. If he's entertaining and good for him. Like, I'm not going to bag on the guy because he's successful at playing video games. Good for him. I have no interest. Yeah,
But still,
like,
at the same time, like, what's the bar for somebody to be successful at playing a video game, right? Like, that can mean so many different things. Like, is it monetary value, or is it fucking viewers, or?
Well, and that's a good point because a lot of the people I watch on Twitch are like speedrunners, right? So they're good at these games. But I also watch people who are like casuals and are terrible at video games, but they're entertaining to like watch.
Right.
You know, so for them it's like, I don't care if you're amazing at a video game or not. If it's a good stream, then I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, and then they do all kinds of weird shit as well. And
like what?
Just rage.
Yeah, the rage people I don't really watch.
Yeah. I think some of the most entertaining people for me is definitely like a mixture of all three, where they're able to do like, you know, be entertainment, but also have some sort of skill set in the game that they're playing.
Yeah, there's this dude I watch in the mornings, and he's a retro speedrunner, but he's really good at teaching people how to do the tricks that he does in the games. And I was like, yeah, like he was running like Jaws on the NES, which is a really fast run. It's like 3 minutes, and it's like, but when the chat's going through, and I mean, he knows how to beat the game in like 3 minutes anyway, but he's like teaching people how to do this stuff as he's playing it, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And then I was watching one time, he was taking apart his NES controllers and cleaning them, and he was teaching people how to properly do it. And I'm like, follow. Like, I'm going to watch this guy all the time.
That piques my interest.
Yes. Like, I understand that.
What was the old meme where the freaking dude would do something, a gesture or something, like it would be in front of a king or something, the king would just be like, it was just something simple. It was a cartoon or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, there's this really.
All right.
Well, but yeah,
for anybody who's in the chats, we're unofficially doing a Christmas taping. Would it be taping at this point in time? Haven't we replaced that yet?
By the way, I still say the word taping all the time, and my wife makes fun of me for it.
I get on my wife for saying record or videotaping.
I'm about to say, I usually say recording, and no one says that anymore.
Yeah, I say taping quite often, and because it's always been that way for me. And I was on this call. I was on this call the other day, like at work, and it was basically the same thing. Like one of my bosses, he's you know, maybe late 40s, early 50s. He was saying something about like taping something for the end user base, and I was like, somebody else knows this, right? Like, this is me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy somebody else says it.
Yeah.
What? I mean,
I think it finally hit me when I realized that my kids wouldn't really understand DVDs.
Yeah.
And I was just like, holy crap. I thought I was old because my kids don't understand VHS. But now they won't understand CDs or DVDs either because they weren't around for that time.
Well, I mean, what, Blu-ray, when that got big, what, 2005, 2006?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Dude, I remember a mental note in my head was like, you know, I'm going to make it so big that I'm going to have a DVD player first before I even think about a VHS player. And I was just like, yeah, it will stand the test of time and that will show my status as an adult. I was like 13.
I still have a VCR.
Yeah. And now, like, you get to freaking find some crazy videos that never came out on DVD or just haven't come out, and then you're just like, man, why not? But whatever.
Well, some of those you can actually find on like YouTube and stuff like that.
Do you still have the link? What's the link in? I don't know if there's a way to sticky that or something like that. What's the link for the chat that has both?
Oh, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
hey, what's up,
honest,
Robert?
I still have a
Wifey's
CD book.
Here.
A CD book? Nice.
Yes.
I still have all my CDs and VHS tapes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do not have a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the old VHS
I converted all the DVDs, the home DVDs, to the Plex server.
Mm-hmm.
And VHS, well, there's nothing equivalent for me to be able to record VHS right now that's worth a damn. You literally have to sit there and watch the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Couldn't skip to the next chapter.
Yep. Yeah. There's no chapters in VHS.
No, you.
All right. You need.
Well, you could probably do something like that, but it would just take a lot of time. Like, hook up your VHS player to your video input, record the movie. You know,
let it run,
and then you just have to let it run and then set your own chapters.
It's hard.
It's not hard at all. I used to do it in college. It's time consuming. It's not hard.
Yeah.
And when was that, Clay?
What's that?
When was your college years?
Oh, that was in 2000.
Holy crap! Sir. That was when it was more affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was in 2000. That was like 2000 to 2002, something like that.
Wifey says, I think they'll understand DVD and Blu-ray, but they looked at me crazy when I found my CD book.
Yeah.
Robert says, remember the little cars that would rewind your tape?
Ooh.
The little VHS rewinder cars that you would plug in. You thought it was so cool. It was like, oh, it's a toy. Nope. No, it's not.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Let's just jump into that for a second.
What?
the VHS rewinder cars.
Mm-hmm.
As in, it was so difficult to just say stop and rewind that you had to have a separate machine to do it for you.
So I think
oh God, I cannot wait 2 minutes for this thing to rewind. I have to start my next movie right now.
So here's the thing. I think there was some weird thing about that because back in the day, my mom used to tell me, do not rewind the VHS tapes inside the VHS player because it will eat the VHS tapes.
And they used to do that.
I wasn't sure if that was due to the quality of the VHS tape player or just a standard, like, this is a old wives' tale that doesn't really exist but has happened to somebody so much that it now became standard. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's
VHS
if your if your VCR used to eat tapes, then I get it.
That's just a sign of a crappy tape player to me, but who knows?
Yeah.
I was never around that time for me to break it apart.
It's probably the $50 VHS players at that point.
Yeah.
What's up?
So I just put it's the chat, but you need this token in it. So I did a search in Discord and I found it.
Because I'm logged in already. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. VCRs aren't good for rewinding. I guess.
See, I never had a problem with it, but I guess I had like a decent VCR.
Yeah, you probably had that white privilege VCR where it was nice.
I did. It was like the best of the best of the best, sir. You know, because I'm white, so it was just like, can I?
Have the actual Sony ones.
I'm 10 years old. Can I have here's $1 billion that I have in Kentucky, So can I just have whatever VCR you have that's like the Rolls Royce to match my Rolls Royce that I'm 10 years old in Kentucky? Can I have that VCR, please? Cool, thank you. It's instead of the VCR rewinder that looks like a Rolls Royce, can I have an actual Rolls Royce that just rewinds VCR tapes?
Oh,
can I have that?
All right.
That is racist as hell.
Can't
Just
be
because
racist
I'm
'cause you're
white.
white.
Oh,
hey, you said it, sir.
damn it!
Check
Every
your
time.
privilege. You can't have racism too, okay?
God. Just because I'm
Shop
white.
that Circuit City. Oh God.
He shopped at Circuit City, you son of a.
The last time I shopped at a Circuit City, actually, that was when I bought my PlayStation 3 because it was the only place that still had the fat 60 gig.
Yeah.
That
Why
was the
couldn't you
only
be
place
like
I
the
could
rest
find
of us shopping at a open ceiling swap meet?
I love swap meets.
Just,
I have found so many decent like old retro video games at swap meets.
Yeah,
but the
dude.
problem is a lot of times, and this is the used video game market in general, people just charge way too much.
yeah.
And it's like, dude, I'm not paying $30 for a copy of Super Mario Brothers. Like, I will give you $5. That's it.
My wife.
Yeah, but they see it and they just think, "Oh, I found some money." No,
Ooh.
you found something that is made about 10,000 million times.
Yeah.
You're gonna find one probably at the next stall.
I know which games are rare and expensive. This is not one of them. Yeah.
Most of the time, it's just nostalgia that's just hitting you when you see the cover of a game. It's just like,
oh no,
yeah,
I get that.
remember that game.
Now, if it's a Super Mario Brothers with the box and the instructions and everything, I'll give you 20, 25. But if it's like just a loose cartridge, $5. Screw you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are a dime a dozen.
Exactly. Just because something is old doesn't mean it's rare. So it's like,
yeah.
Oh, I wish somebody I knew that would actually know that.
They realized that they realized that in New Mexico when they found a whole.
Hey,
Did you follow all that when it happened?
Yeah.
Wait, did we follow that when that happened?
Yeah, we talked about it back then.
Did we do like a show and everything on that?
Yeah, because we were talking about E.T. being found in the freaking
landfill.
Yeah, and
like a bunch of cartridges.
Alamo Gordo, New Mexico.
Hey, what's up, Wondering Raven?
Yeah, that was.
Someone did a video of that, didn't they?
Yeah, I think we did cover that. It was E.T. along with like 1,000 other games, but yeah.
Yeah, but E.T. was mainly found because it was like literally brand new cartridges.
Yeah, in box, sealed, like everything. Yeah, it was
in New Mexico landfill, and I'm just like,
everyone blames ET for that, but it was ET was just the straw that broke the back on that one. But
yeah,
what
was it? Atari?
My question is, some of those sealed ones, do you think that they would have worked?
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they I mean, old cartridge based games like that are like they're basically indestructible.
I'm really talking about like the sealed ones, since like no dirt could get into it and stuff like that. So
even NES games would still work.
Yeah. you could like you could like go swimming with a Game Boy and it'll be fine. Just
asterisk. We do not hold any responsibility for your broken Game Boy.
NerdJunkies.com does not condone swimming with any electronics.
So, if you want to get rid of your Game Boy, I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
But
no,
like old stuff from the 80s. Well. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Happy holidays.
How you doing? Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays and all that jazz.
Happy Festivus.
Yeah. So we're gonna do Sweatpants Game News live because we have not a lot of news, but we'd like to hang out with you, chat it up and whatnot. We're gonna do a couple of articles here and there, but it'll be fun. And if you guys wanna chat during or afterwards between these segments, you're more than welcome. These are probably gonna end up as YouTube videos once I cut them.
Yeah.
So we don't want to go through it.
the game industry is on holiday right now, so there's not a lot going on. So we weren't going to do a whole blown show. So it's like this way we can get some news articles out. Joe can cut them up, throw them on the internet.
Yeah.
They made me go into Mailbot.
That's right. I said, well, unless you want to, transform back to Mel.
Yeah. So you guys want to start off with the first news clip here?
Yeah, I accidentally posted it up. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you already did?
Yes, I did.
All right. So
robots are efficient like
that. We should have more.
Fine.
Anyways.
I'll post it up again. There you go.
So this clip, Clay, this one's about the Xbox 360 internet service now going out, or just general games going out of the internet service?
Okay, so Xbox Live on the Xbox 360 still works. They're not getting rid of that. They haven't shut it down like the original Xbox or anything just yet.
Right.
But 343 Studios, who took over Halo after Bungie, left, broke their, Microsoft, BFF thing.
Right.
They have announced that they are going to be shutting down in December 2021. So we still have a little bit of time left if you just refuse to upgrade your console. All of their Halo games that are available on the 360 are going to be shut down. So that's like 7 games.
So anyone with a Halo Xbox or an Xbox 360 that would still want to play any of the old Halos on it,
correct,
are going to be SOL on sometime in December 2021.
In a year. So basically, they're giving you warning. Look, people, for anybody out there who's still playing on an Xbox 360 or playing Halo games online, look, I love my Xbox 360. Okay, it's a great console. Upgrade. Okay, like the Series X just came out. That doesn't mean
get rid of the 360. That just means get the latest console.
Just get the new. Okay?
But at the same time, Clay, for anybody who wants to continue playing these games, they can continue playing them, just not online.
The Xbox Live services will be turned off on those games. So so the campaigns will still work. You'll still get your patches. Let's say you just bought an Xbox 360 and you bought a copy of Halo, or Halo Reach or whatever. It'll still patch, it'll still update and everything, but when you try to sign in and go online, it'll say, kick rocks.
So then that makes me wonder about the industry now, because you're having such a shorter lifespan I should say you are having a console cycle so much faster now that you kind of start to wonder, okay, how is this going to look like for any consoles that are out there now come 5 to 10 years from now?
This is a fairly common thing to happen.
Oh,
by the way, I'm totally hearing myself echo. I don't know about you all. Yeah,
I'm not hearing.
Okay,
this is what
I'm hearing myself echo on probably on Joel's computer.
Stream.
Like that.
Maybe.
I'm not watching a stream this time.
Oh. Hey, yo, Gensha.
I learned, Mel. What up?
Making sure, because I am not hearing you echo.
No, I totally am. It's whatever.
You shouldn't hear yourself echo anymore.
Testing. It's good.
Sweet.
Yeah, but yeah, this is a fairly common thing, for game servers to be shut down over time. The Xbox 360 came out 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
So it's a 15-year-old console, guys. Like, it's okay to let that one go. It's still a great console. I still break mine out every now and then, but it's like,
it's got to be for a special game that's not backwards compatible.
Exactly. It's like one of the few games I have that's not on the backwards compatible list. So it's like, it might be time to, rotate that one out.
I totally get it from
upgrade.
I totally get it from a service type of thing. I just wonder, like, for anything that's Xbox One and up, what is the like, I don't know how you would say, what is the lifetime of the online services going to be like if all these games are being Because again, you got a faster console life cycle now. New ones are being released almost every year. You got both the Series S and the Series X, and then you have the Xbox One, and then you have the Elite. I mean, you have all these different types of consoles that all depend on the same service. It seems like that service is now part of the lifetime of a series of consoles instead of just one single console, like the Xbox 360. You know what I mean?
So it says Microsoft will sunset legacy Halo games on Xbox 360. So it's probably more than you thought. 343 even clarifies that it will impact backwards compatible play, as it's naturally the same online services you'll be accessing. However, it will also not impact the Master Chief Collection. So,
because on the newer consoles, right?
Yeah, so they're just turning off the old stuff.
Yeah, because they just refreshed the entire Halo lineup, so it's like it's on PC now, so it's a completely.
I was going to say
service.
all of this stuff is on Game Pass anyway, so it's like
That's
in
weird.
1 year.
For any parents that were looking at getting consoles or anything like on Craigslist or anything, that cheapy ones, these are the things to look out for, because if you're getting your kid like an Xbox 360 because that's what they want, or say that's all you can afford, they might not be able to play these games come December 2021.
Unless it's parents who want to show them those games or something.
Yeah. Well, I saw a YouTube video 4 days ago about somebody who posted up on Craigslist that they were giving away a PlayStation 1 to any person or any parent that needed or that wanted to give their kids anything for Christmas. And instead, they gave them, when they found the person that they decided to give it to, they gave them a PlayStation 5.
Wow.
Like a hard-to-find PlayStation 5 and everything. So it was funny because then later on, my parent brain came up, and I'm like, yeah, you just gave him a PlayStation 5, but those discs are like $60.
Come on.
Damn it. Can you give him a couple games?
So Mel just put in the chat here. This is on Halo's website, like Halo Waypoint. This actually shows you, like, there's like a little matrix near the bottom here that shows you what is affected and what's not. So basically, matchmaking, file share, service record, challenges, player customization.
So most online things, because the player customization is a multiplayer only kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so support varies on achievement. So yeah, it looks like there's still going to be some stuff there, but like I said, all the campaigns are still intact. You're not, like, the game's not going to become unusable or anything like that. If you just want to go through the campaigns, that'll work. If you want to play online multiplayer after that, upgrade and play Master Chief Collection. Simple as that. Yeah.
All right, well, let's go on to the next one. Speaking about kids and getting them stuff for Christmas, well, I guess you can get them a big old contract for an esports team. This one kind of like hurts me a little bit because, again, I have two sides of me. I have the gamer side, which is like, yeah, younger kids get better opportunities to do some crazy things later on in their life. And then the adult side of me, which not the adult side, but the parent side of me is like, but what skills will they have once they realize they suck AF? You know what I mean? So it kind of sucks like that.
That's a valid point. Reading this article, I thought it was very interesting. So yeah, at the meat of it is an 8-year-old just got signed to an esports organization, and you might think, hey, cool, good for him or whatever. And then there's also a lot of questions in this article, which you can Google these anywhere, but it's a lot of questions about, like, labor laws. Is this a job? Because you can't give a job to an 8-year-old. I think you have to be, what, like 13, 14 in order to get a job in America or something like that?
15?
Okay. I was like, I got my first job at 14, but that was like in the 90s. And I don't think that matters anymore.
No.
Like, that was forever ago. But yeah, it's so according to this organization, what is it, like Team 33, I think it's called?
Yeah, Team 33.
They're basically saying it doesn't break any labor laws because the kid's not actually working. It's like they're kind of reserving him. They're kind of they're kind of pre-ordering his name, if you will. Like they signed him to a deal with his parents. Like, so it's not like this kid legally signed a document.
It's just like, I'm moving out, folks.
He's like, it's hold on. He has his like reading bifocals on, and he's like,
I don't like
subsection
this
2, appendix A. It's like, he's not doing any of that. But basically, they are not forcing him to do anything. He can't play in tournaments yet. So what's he going to do? This kid is going to live his life for the next 5 years. If he wants to play video games, play them. If he wants to stream them, stream them. Anything he streams, this company gets a cut. At the age of 13, when he's like eligible to compete in tournaments, if at that point he's good enough, then they will put him on the team and he can go into tournaments. But for now, because he's only 8, they're basically just saying, you do you, here's some money, you like us. Like, put, Team 33 logos on things and buy our shirts and everything like that. So they're basically using this kid as a marketing tool, which is legal. They're allowed to do that. And the mom signed the agreement. And and one of the cool things I did like about this, the mom can pull the plug on this at any time.
Right.
I thought that was cool. So if the kid, doesn't mow the lawn or feed the hog or, like whatever chores, like she can basically just say contract null and void, see you bye. Yeah. I did think that was a cool little touch there.
The other thing that is not necessarily part of this is that for him to be streaming, that mom has to be in the room with him while he's streaming or have consent until he's 13.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Which
is a great idea from Twitch, from their terms of service, because there's a lot of kids nowadays that will start streaming and won't understand what exactly is happening in the chats or things that are being said in the chats.
Yeah.
That they shouldn't be, in my opinion, should not be exposed to that kind of stuff. But then you're just almost pulling them into the wolves' den and you're just dropping them.
But like I said, I would say not yet. I don't think this. Okay, so BK, he basically translated everything I just said. He said, so it's a letter of intent to be committed to the esports team. That's basically it. Yogen just says, kids and corporate stuff just don't feel right to me. But like I said, I don't have all these reservations that you do, Joe, but it's because the way that this article is laid out, they're not forcing this kid to do anything.
I get it.
They might say like, hey, it's Saturday, you don't have school, you're on winter break or whatever. Maybe you play some Fortnite and put that on YouTube. And then he goes, oh yeah, I love Fortnite, bros. Let's do this, dude, bros. And then he streams and then everything's going fine. Or he says, nah, I can't, I'm grounded. And then they go, okay. So it's like they're not making him do it.
You're not forcing a kid. It just feels like grooming, right?
I can see that.
It feels like, yes, no one's going to take responsibility here on either side by saying, oh, well, it's however the kid takes it and however we parent, because I'm sorry, you got to parent. It's not just all like, well, we'll just stick them in front of something and we'll just decide to see what happens. It's just like you gotta be there, which it sounds like the parents are there because
now in 5 years, in 13, like when he's like, let's say he's good enough and they're going to start putting him into tournaments, the rules kind of change a little bit there, right? So now they can say, you have to be there. And you have to be in this tournament or we're going to cut your contract. Like that could be a thing that happens. But for right now, it's hands off.
Yeah. I'm with Yogensha on this one. Kids and corporate stuff just don't feel right to me. And being at this age, I don't feel like we have enough data to really find out what might happen to kids at this younger age. And not only that, but do you think it kind of promotes younger kids to actually look out for contracts and just dedicate themselves to those kind of things? And you got to wonder where this kid's going to be at 25.
Who knows?
I mean, I'm just saying.
This kid could be the new fatality, Joe.
Oh, God.
Oh, my.
Yeah, where is that guy?
Is he still selling like overpriced graphics cards with his name on them?
Oh,
Dude, the last
God.
time I saw a Fatality product was like 5 years ago for a Sound Blaster.
Hold on, I'm looking him up right now.
If anybody doesn't know who Fatality is, with a 1, because, you know, we had to...
Fatal 1T.
Health... He was like one of the first, like, I guess I would say before esports was even coined, he was one of the first ones, right? For Quake mostly. And it's just like, yeah, he got all these deals and whatnot with motherboards and manufacturers of graphics cards and whatnot, but he's gone now. Like, I don't ever hear about him.
The products with his name on them are still being sold. There's even a 2020 model mouse.
Oh, wow. There's a Fatality 2020 model mouse.
Yeah. Well, because, okay, so yeah, like he has like his, remember like there was like graphics cards and sound cards and like there was all sorts of stuff with his name on it. And it's like, apparently there's one that came out this year.
Yeah. Gnaw Dog says, look at kid actors. Not every one of them are bad, but not a lot of them are great. You know what I mean? They don't make the transition from kid actor to amazing adult actor.
Academy Award. Yeah.
Yeah. You usually get the bads.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not blaming the movie industry. I'm just different combinations of upbringings too. You have different types of parents who don't teach you the ropes, or maybe they tried and you just didn't take to them. So now add on esports and wonder, hey, Timmy, if you don't get a B average or above, you're not going to be able to stream to your millions of fans. Well, it's in my contract, Mom. That just feels weird.
I'm in this rabbit hole on Fatality now. Hold on a second.
now you're going to be like on VH1, like, where are they now?
What is it, like 39 years old, I believe?
Yeah, 39.
He's almost 40 years old now.
He has a LinkedIn page.
What does it say?
He's the founder and CEO of Fatality.
Oh, man.
And co-founder and CGO, the Chief Gaming Officer, at Roundup Incorporated.
One-man show company.
What is Roundup? The first platform for esports team management. Ready Up. Ready Up lets esports athletes efficiently manage and optimize their teams, allowing them to focus on competition and player development. The first platform for esports team management. Ready Up lets... Oh, it's the same thing. Literally, it's the same sentence twice. Genius. Okay.
Broken.
Wow. Ready Up Incorporated. I'm gonna look that mug up now.
Like
I didn't even know he played competitively in StarCraft. I know he was trying to branch out besides first-person shooters, but
it's fueling vibrant game communities.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how that translates on LinkedIn.
Browse events. No, I'm on Ready Up's page now, where he's the Chief Gaming Officer.
All right, let's move on. you can do this research on your own time.
Upcoming events. There is one event upcoming at the end of next month.
Oh God!
It's about some game called The Pedestrian.
Sweet.
Dope.
All right, well, let's get on to some more adulty type news with this.
You gotta love,
kind of tall.
You gotta love internet rabbit holes, bro. Come on.
Yeah. You know you're not gonna. Okay, first of all, you know what you're searching for. You're not searching for all the lame like information. You want to find that little gold nugget that you're like, oh, I'm surprised about that. Oh, okay.
What do you know? Ready? Oh, they're based here in Las Vegas. You don't say. I knew he lived in Las Vegas, but it was like, which he does. Like, I actually know a buddy who like knows him personally, and it's like,
you guys probably actually passed by him a couple times.
I've probably like bumped into him 1,000 times and just like never even realized who he was. But it's like, yeah. Like I knew he lived in Las Vegas, and that's apparently where Ready Up Gaming is, or Ready Up Incorporated. Whatever.
Ready Up Incorporated. All right.
Ready Up Incorporated. It's just some esports promotional marketing company, I guess. Whatever.
Cool. I wonder.
Cool. Sweet. Esports, brah.
Yo.
All right, let's get on with the next one.
Do you COD? Because I COD, bro.
I COD, bro.
COD blops.
I'm just gonna go this way, thank you.
All right, so who's been keeping up? Who's been keeping up with the COVID relief bill? We're not gonna get political on this one. We're just gonna tell you the facts because it has to do with video games.
Yes, I wanted to put this in here because we talked about this like 2 weeks ago on the show. Like this was an article that we talked about like 2 weeks ago, and now this is like its conclusion.
Yeah. Well, kind of conclusion because you don't know if that bill's gonna change in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So the case bill, if you will, which is which also includes the COVID relief bill, where everybody in America's going to get their $600 check. Woot!
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's enough.
That's going to almost pay a bill. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you have like 14 kids? It's like that's going to run like one day for you. That's
20 minutes, I think.
Yeah. 20. 25, something like that. So the Case Act that we talked about a couple weeks ago, where it could criminalize copyright claims. That was that thing we talked about, where like if you are streaming a game or whatever on your Twitch or your YouTube or whatever, and you have copyrighted material, a video, a piece of music, whatever like that, that could become a criminal offense now. It could become a felony. This bill went through and it passed. So Congress passed it 4 days ago. So what that means is there's this article that I believe Mel posted in there that kind of explains this. It doesn't seem to be, luckily, this doesn't seem to be targeting streamers. It seems to be targeting companies. So Twitch would get in trouble, or YouTube would get in trouble, or whatever. And then there's talk about fines and prison time, like up to 10 years in prison. I don't see anybody going to prison for this. I see this as a way to make lots of money. They're going to say, whoa, YouTube, you're allowing your people to stream copyrighted music. Pay me $1 million. And they'll go, all right. Yeah.
Easy way to make money is just sue the crap out of somebody else.
Basically, but now they can get like criminal defense lawyers and all that crap involved. So this is basically
So I would take it that you have to be knowingly negligent to get to this level of felony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the wording is a little bit too broad strokes here. Like, you can say anything. If they wanted to be super specific, they could have. But then at the same time, they're just blanketing a whole bunch of different industries as well. By saying any copyright music streamed anywhere, that means anyone with a Plex server could just be a felon at that point.
Basically. Which,
by the way, I gotta go shut down my Plex server.
which BT dubs, excuse me for a second, I have to pull the plug on my house. So, no.
Son of Bob.
But yeah, no, with that, I mean, kind of going back to the original thing, Joe, you wouldn't be the one going, to prison for 10 years and being fined $1 billion on this. Plex would. So
but
John
that's their
Plex,
whole entire model.
No, Plex offers you free and legal radio programs and television programs and videos. Obviously, don't you
quality
look at the
content
on your Plex? If you pull up the Plex app, it has like all this free stuff in there, like that Plex offers you. I mean, you didn't sign up to Plex just for that.
I mean, what else would you use it for?
Yes, exactly.
Hold on, I'm seeding right now.
Yes. free legal content. No, but that's the thing. Plex would get in trouble for this because they're making this available, like this kind of technology. So I'm interested to see, one, if anybody does go after any streamers, or if they just get a slap on the wrist and a warning. But also, what's going to happen to Plex? What's going to happen to YouTube? What's going to happen to Twitch? It's like, how is this going to change things?
Everybody will have to probably hold licenses in their hard drives to be able to prove quickly that this
Yeah.
content is allowed to be streamed.
Mhm.
So the checks and balances won't be on the people actually, or the groups putting the lawsuits on you or the criminal cases on you. It'll be up to you to prove yourself that you have a license for that content every single time.
So basically, all the stuff that YouTubers hate anyway is now going to be everywhere.
Right.
Like constant copyright claims, like where YouTube's bot just has no clue what it's doing and just flags everything. That's going to happen across the board. You're going to basically have to be ready to, show your paperwork at all times, and
Papeles,
it's going to
please.
suck. Or Twitch will just basically come out and say, yeah, if you're playing Fortnite and you're streaming music at the same time because you don't want to listen to Fortnite, yeah, you're banned. It could get that severe. They could say that's breaking the rules. That's it. You're done. See you, bye. Sorry, Ninja. Like,
and then the crazy part is like Matt says right here, Twitch can't
Papers,
even get
please.
proper licenses for music streaming under their own app. Like, think about that for a second. Twitch offered a music subscription, not for, in seemingly for you, the streamer, but not for that. One, way to make money again. And two, way to get the hell out of this whole debacle that they're being put on the hook to police on their own platform. So the more people that they get on this whole Twitch music thing, the less that they're going to have to police anybody else out there. And then those of you who will have a subscription to the music stuff, they don't even have to police. They'll try to get everybody else on this whole thing. And either that, or you'll just have a boring stream without music.
Yeah,
that's it. This is why I just always I appreciate the complexity of streaming and how important it is for people to get the word out. But then, like, I will always recommend the alternative, like Stream Beats, completely free. And you get a license with it, and it's like hundreds of MP3s that you can just play on your stream. It's perfect. But that's because of the streamer, not because he's getting any money out of it. That dude, Harris Heller, I think it was, that dude is giving out free music that's quality music with a license for any streamer. Look it up. Yeah. I'll promote that all day. But Maddie says, right, but they didn't even secure the proper licenses and made the situation worse by having people stream copyright music that Twitch didn't have a license for, causing more hits. Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
That didn't help out at all. But it is what it is. I don't know if this bill's actually going to pass through with that whole thing in there. It seems like it's embedded no matter which version you're talking about, the COVID relief bill. Because it seems like they're going back and forth right now from the White House to Congress, so you might not even see this come up, depending on what they're talking about. We'll keep on reporting news about it, though.
This week or next week. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So, want to go on to the next one?
Yeah, whatever.
All right. So
I'm just here, bro.
This one kind of confused me because I'm a PC gamer, so you're gonna have to walk me through this one, Clay.
Okay. So, as you've heard me, bitch and moan about in the past here, Sony really has made it seem like with the PlayStation 5, they just kind of don't know what they're doing when it comes to video games. Because Microsoft is just so far ahead of them right now. I know PlayStation is always going to be like a more popular brand than Xbox. I get that, but man, the Series X is just such a far superior console to the PlayStation 5 right now. It's crazy. One of the main complaints that people are having about the PlayStation 5 is, so this thing has around a 700 gig hard drive, right? Or SSD, NVMe, all that stuff. So the OS is already eating some of it, and then you're already kind of like limited on your space. So if you are playing a backwards compatible game, which Sony has gone out and advertised, hey, this thing plays almost every PS4 game there is. It's like certain VR games, and there's like 10 others that don't work. But it's like, so you have your your Spider-Man Miles Morales disc for the PS4. You just got a bright shiny PS5 for Christmas, and you're like, sweet. You put that disc in, it starts installing the PS4 version of Miles Morales. And then you basically have to go deeper into the system. You have to go to the PlayStation Store and then search Miles Morales and then find it and then say, no, I want the PS5 version, which it's a free upgrade. Some other games you have to pay for that.
Right.
Miles Morales, it's free. But then you have to go and say, download the PS5 version. So now you have 2 copies of Miles Morales on your PS5. You have a PS4 and a PS5. The PS5 is also kind of stupid to where if you were to say, hey, I'm going to reclaim some space and delete that PS4 copy, it'll just reinstall it. It'll just be like, nope, you have the disc for the PS4 version. That's what goes down on your console. A lot of people complained about this, and they were like, and there's actually a few articles out there of like I remember Activision got involved on this because people were playing the new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Right.
And a lot of people didn't realize, even though they had the PS5 version installed, they were only playing the PS4 version. Like, because that's what the PS5 would default to. So it's like they actually sent out like a Twitter thing and an article, and they were like, hey, here's how you tell the PS5 to launch the PS5 version of this game. And you actually have to go into like submenus. And it's like, this is stupid. On the Xbox, you just put in the disc and it only installs the new bright and shiny version. That's it.
For those who want to know, I had put the link for how to actually do it.
Yeah. The fact that you got to go online to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
But now Sony and all of their video game genius has decided to put a little update into the PS5. So if you have 2 versions of the same game and you start the PS4 version, it'll now warn you. It'll say, hey, just so you know, you're about to play the PS4 version of this game. Why don't they just eliminate the PS4 version of the game completely? Because you're on a PS5.
Cut it.
Well,
I mean,
I'm still
clearly
thinking about it now. Like,
I'm taking crazy pills here, and I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because the Xbox can do this, and it works great.
Even from a technical perspective, why would you even want to allow an older version so that way you can have false technical tickets and support go up to Sony to say, hey,
someone's going to call and say like, this thing is not loading lightning fast, or I'm not getting 4K or whatever. And they're go, oh, it's because you're launching the PS4 version. It's like, then why even allow it? Like, why even have it on there? By the way, Matt is going to make fun of me here because Clay starts Vice City. Vice City was the first game I played on my PS5. Yes, it's very proud of that. But yes, no, this is just dumb. Like, yes, it helps now that there's a warning message, but this is still stupid. Like, Sony could just fix the PS5 so it no longer even bothers with the PS4 version, and this all goes away.
Do you think not even having the PlayStation 4 version even an option to choose will also help out the hard drive space now that it doesn't have to load that second version? Because again, I thought
that would be great.
I thought it was literally playing the exact same PS4 version, so that way, but at a higher resolution at 120 frames a second with just better textures. I didn't know there was literally 2 different copies of the game.
They are. They're 2 different versions, and a good way to show an example of that is I'm going to go to the Xbox real quick. When I was playing Watch Dogs Legion on the Xbox One, I don't even know if that game's playable yet because it is a cyberpunk level of broken mess. It's buggy. It crashes a lot. That's kind of the problem. It like locks up the Xbox One. It freezes. They know about it, or this is a few weeks ago when I was actually playing that game. Ubisoft knew about it. They were like, hey, we're working on it. There's patches that are incoming. It's coming soon. Then I switched over to the Series X. Same game, right? Like, or same disc. Like, removed from Xbox One, put into Series X. It installs the Series X version. The Xbox Series X and the Xbox One are essentially the same thing. They're both Windows 10. It's Windows 10. It's that, it's the Series X is just a brand new fancy way of playing it. Better hardware.
Right.
But it had no problems with that game. No crashes, faster load times, better textures, ray tracing, all that stuff. It did all that, but it's the same OS, right? It's the same everything. So that tells me it's a different game. Like when it downloaded and installed the Series X version of that game, it's actually a different game. It's not just like, hey, this game can crunch that game a little bit faster.
There's two different things here. There's the
Mhm.
backwards compat version of the game, which is a completely different strategy, and then an
Yeah.
actual Xbox Series X title that just exists as well as an Xbox One X title.
Mhm.
And those are just two different SKUs technically, because the one was already designed for the Series X. Chamo asks right here, can I play PS5 games on a PS4? Is like, no, you can't.
No.
It wouldn't even allow you to do that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I don't even think it could read the disc for a PS5. If anything, it'll probably give you some campy little like error message, be like, please put this on your PS5. Something we can test.
Oh god, all those.
I'm curious now. I don't have a PS5 disc. That's the problem. It's like I have like all the games I played on my PS5 are PS4 discs that are better, compatible.
And that's the other thing. Version? Doesn't it make you wonder, like, okay, the PS5 was released. Where are the PS5 dedicated games?
They do exist. So like there is a disc for the PS5 version of Miles Morales.
Okay.
And there's a PS4 copy. I had the PS4 copy because I borrowed it from a friend of mine who has it on the PS4. But it's a free upgrade anyway, so I was like, let me just do that.
So those who just didn't have Miles Morales before can just buy the dedicated PS5 version with their PS5 console.
And then they won't have this problem. But it's the fact that I had a PS4 disc. It's like, because of that, the PS5, it's like, nope, you have to have both versions. And then it's like, yeah, and then I even like deleted the PS4 version. And it came back.
But it's not a dumb question, Nah Dog, if we just find out what it does with the PS5 disc.
Well, so I get where that question came from, because on the Xbox, if I took a Series X game, like a Series X disc that of a game that is on the Xbox One or the Series X, I could put it into my Xbox One and it'll play that version. Like it'll just install the Xbox One version and it'll be fine.
Oh, I see now. So it associates a lesser or a older version that was compatible with that console.
Yeah, so it'll just read the disc for the license and then download the full copy of the game.
That's not bad. That's actually pretty
It's not bad at all. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Until they actually make one just for the Xbox Series X, I guarantee they probably will not have an Xbox One version.
Right. If it was only an Xbox Series X game, it would not have. It would probably say, "Hey, this is the wrong console, dummy."
Yeah. But we don't.
We sadly do not have anything.
I don't know if there are any yet. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, like it would just download the Xbox One version of the game and play that, which is fine. I just don't have any examples of that. But yeah, for the PS4, PS5 thing, yeah, if I had a PS5 copy of Miles Morales and I put it into a PS4, I don't even know if it would let me do anything with it. I'd have to try that out.
Your PS4 still connected?
No, but I have it. It's just in a box.
Oh, okay. I thought you kept it on your thing, just in case.
I unpacked it when I packed it up when I got the PS5.
You could probably GameFly something with a PS5 disc.
I probably could. That's the thing. It's like I'll need to try that out.
All right. Well,
or I'll just, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I'll figure it out.
Try to remember.
Cosas. Got it.
Cosas.
Yes. All right, let's get on to some more Cyberpunk news this week. Class action lawsuit. It was kind of expected. People were already talking about it before this whole thing even happened, but it was kind of surprising by whom this class action lawsuit.
This was completely expected. But yeah, you just nailed it right on the head there. Who instigated this class action lawsuit? I'll say I was expecting consumers,
right?
Angry consumers, and like the PS3 can no longer do Linux class action lawsuit people. The McDonald's coffee is too hot lawsuit. Like I was expecting an angry consumer group to come out and just say, this game sucks. You released a broken mess. Fix it, or give me my money, whatever. And no, this was actually the investors of CD Projekt who came in and started the lawsuit. And I thought this story was great when I was reading this. I don't know if you all read the whole story or not, but it's basically in January when CD Projekt came out and said Cyberpunk is done. It's done. It's ready. We're just putting the finishing touches on it. Like, you know, like we're gonna, you know, garnish that steak. You know, like it's ready to go. And then it was delayed twice more, and when it released, it was still in the state it is now. In January, when they said that, when they were like, "It's done. It's awesome. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be the greatest thing of all time," that invited a bunch of investors to come and invest in CD Projekt. And they threw a bunch of money at them and said, "Hey, we want a part of this because that game, because like The Witcher's huge and The Witcher makes a ton of money and all that stuff, and we want to be a part of the next thing." Cyberpunk came out, and it's getting really bad reviews, and these investors are losing a lot of money. They are the ones who are doing the class action lawsuit against CD Projekt, basically saying, "You lied to us." And I thought that was great.
How dare you?
Yes.
But at the same time, you got to wonder, is like, had it not been for the money, none of this stuff would have even happened, right? It's not about consumers or the quality of the product or anything like that. It's just that it wasn't making money. So this is what caused this whole debacle.
It wasn't making as much money. That's the thing. The game was already profitable in the first 3 days. I don't know if you saw that. Just from actually from pre-orders alone, the game was already profitable. The past 8 years of development, they already made their money back in 3 days.
So wait a second. Their argument is because they didn't make as much money as they predicted that they were going to make?
It's kind of like when Star Wars Episode 9 came out, the dumpster fire of a movie that is, and it didn't make Star Wars money. It made money. It was profitable, but it didn't make Disney money. It didn't make 400,000 bajillion dollars. It made like 4 billion or something like that. And because of that, it was a flop. You know, it's like the movie made all of its money back and then some, but it didn't make like Avengers money.
Oh man.
So it was like, that's why these people are mad, because they were like, you said we were going to make up like a bajillion dollars off this, and we didn't. We made some millions. How dare you?
They gamble.
Yeah.
So they love
I get it. I just don't understand how somebody's supposed to like pull out a nice, I don't know, statistic or something from previous movies and just say this movie will make this much because we understand the universe, which we didn't. And at the same time, it's just like, okay, you're gonna promise somebody what, and they're gonna like believe you for it, and then what happens if you overshoot? They're just gonna give you another movie.
I mean, okay, look, this will pass. Cyberpunk will be patched. It's going to get better. We're just in this really entertaining part of gaming where
depends on
it's
who
like,
you are. Really entertaining.
How the mighty have fallen. You know? Like, I'm just enjoying this right now because it's like they were so confident about this, and it just keeps getting worse and worse for them. And it's like, yeah, and you deserve every bit of it. GG. You know, like,
man, that sucks because I really liked CD Projekt Red, but at the same time, it's just like it is what it is, and I think they bit off more than they can chew at the time frame that they were doing it, and then they just couldn't deliver.
Yeah, whoever the genius at the CD Projekt publisher side said, go on and release it, and we'll just patch it. Yeah. They should fire the absolute bejesus out of that guy.
We don't know if they have or not.
You can just like, I'm enjoying my playthrough, but need that RTX card though. It's like, the game is beautiful just from watching it from the the YouTube channel that does all the
Digital Foundry.
I saw both versions, like the RTX stuff and all the other stuff, and it's like the game's gorgeous. The bugs are literally like a to me, it looks like it's almost like a 10% kind of scenario, right? Like you're gonna enjoy the rest of the game, but on a PC, you're not gonna have as many bugs, or you're not gonna notice them as much as per like the old gen consoles, where it's just like it
Mhm.
can't handle this whole thing. It's just too
It
much.
No, true, and I find it interesting actually. So from the people I know who are playing this on like big power PCs and everything, they still experience the bugs. They do, and they say just save often, and it's really not that big of a deal. And so like the game is still playable, it's still beatable, everything like that. They just they say it's like an annoyance more than anything. The PS5 and Series X versions are crashing a lot, but a lot of those bugs are they're there, but they're not as bad as like if you're playing on the Xbox One or the PS4. But what's interesting about this, I was actually talking to a buddy of mine last night, and he has it on PS5,
Right.
so he does get the crashes every now and then. One of the things he said, actually, when you said Digital Foundry, it kind of like jogged my memory here. When they were doing their comparison videos on the Xbox, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, all that stuff, one of the things they brought up is how they found it interesting that the PS5 versions or the PS4, PS5 versions of the game are actually less populated with like NPCs on the street than the Xbox and PC versions. And they were like, they didn't know if it was a different build or they didn't know what was going on. But a buddy of mine said this last night. He goes, yeah, it's really weird. The city's just like, it's a pretty game, but the city is kind of soulless because there's like nobody there. And I'm like,
What the
I saw a
hell?
thing about that. Really? That's so interesting to me. He's like, yeah, there's people, but it's like you get more
Not
people and like,
populated.
yeah, it's like,
And even
then,
for
but
that generation, we're not talking about
Yeah.
leaps and bounds in capability just with
yeah,
those generations alone. Like Xbox One X and the PS4, they're
yeah,
they're pretty neck and neck.
yeah. I found that so interesting though. I was like, really, is it that fewer people on there? Matt S brings up, except when your save file gets too large and corrupts itself, they fixed that. They
Yeah,
fixed that earlier this
that
week,
was
actually. That
two
was,
patches ago, I think.
yeah, that was already fixed. I think
What was it? The
1.06 fixed that.
8 megabyte save file corruption
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. Like if your save file gets over 8 megs, it just dies, and you can't recover it. Yeah, so that got fixed, so that's good. But yeah, I just thought that was so interesting because like Digital Foundry pointed that out too. They said like for some reason the PS4 PS5 version just has less people there. I don't know if it's like a memory restraint or I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
But he said that
GTA 5 can handle a lot of people on the streets and stuff like that.
GTA
On the
5 did that,
cars.
especially when the I remember when the Xbox One PS4 versions of GTA 5 came out. They even like increased the amount of people and cars on the streets and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I don't want to buy GTA 5 again because I already have like 47 copies of that game.
Yeah, you
But it's
will.
like I might rent it on the Xbox Series
Just buy
X or the
it.
PS.
Just buy it. It's another investment, Clay.
There'll be a sale. Let's just be honest.
No, like I might GameFly it just to check it out to see if like how different it is.
Mhm.
But I probably won't buy it until it's on sale. I'm saying that now, and then it's going to come out, and I'm going to buy it.
And then like
But whatever.
the next show, it's like I bought it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, class, that GTA 5 doing? It'd be like, yeah, I bought it. It's amazing. Whatever.
Oh my god.
I mean, I love GTA 5. I thought it was a great game, but it's like, just give me 6 already. I'm sick of playing 5.
You just want 6. I mean, they're
I just want
still
something.
tossing out content for GTA 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They
but
just
it's all
released a
online.
big, huge patch for
Oh,
like
that's the problem. It's not story based stuff, right?
Mm.
So
It's not like
okay.
Gay
If you've
Tony and all
played,
that other stuff.
no, it's okay. It is story based, but it's not. It's not like single player campaign. So they did start including a storyline into GTA Online. It's just nobody cares because they
Right.
just want to run around and blow cars up and kill each other and
Right.
stuff like
And
that,
buy
right?
the new
Like,
submarine that you can get.
yeah, the new the update that just came out where they added like a whole new island into the game. Like this is the first time they've actually added land into GTA 5. Los Santos. Um, that new area supposedly is more tailored towards single player content in the online world, and Rockstar's already said they're gonna focus more on that as well.
Hmm.
So it's like it's not all big group activities. This is going to be kind of like more single player storyline stuff. It's just they completely threw away the whole Michael, Franklin, Trevor storyline.
Right. So,
and it's like, well, that's unfortunate.
Clay, I don't know if you notice who's in the chats, but Kaiba from Red Dragon Studios is on there. Just letting you know. He's our original he's our artist for our original work back in 2013. So
yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, go check out his stuff. It's really cool. I think Kaiba, if you want to like tag your or throw your link up there, definitely, because his stuff is quality work. And plus, I just got the files back, so yes, I'm gonna be working on that stuff. Well, that's pretty much the game news for this week. I'm gonna be cutting this up on YouTube. Check those out on YouTube. YouTube.com/nerd_junkies. Check those out.
Right at 4:00.
Yep. And then we'll be getting out of here. We pretty much did an entire show. We just started talking to everybody, as we always do. Most interactive show on the internet for game news.
The most interactive show.
Most interactive. Mm-hmm. I'm coining it.
We won an award for that, you know. The Interacties is what we got.
The Interacties?
Yeah.
We did for all the interactions that we do is what they said. You know, it's like everybody said that. It was literally everybody. You know,
literally
award.
So many people.
I mean, it was like literally the world. So that we won. We won the award for best everything ever.
Game News Live for life.
You're welcome.
You know that.
That's right. Planet Earth.
Game News Live for life and all that.
You know, and all that stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Clay, this is not a plug, by the way.
No.
But we're going to be getting some matching uniforms here later on. I don't know if anybody knows, but we actually got the T-shirts coming back up. So, and I still have to work on the the classic one, right?
It's the black and white or the red one?
I think it was a black and white.
Like the one with the arcade cabinet?
Yeah. That's the one that you threw up on the PSD file, right? We'll get those
up. That's the one that I made like forever ago, yeah.
Yeah. We'll throw those up and see what happens. Check it out, nerdjunkies.com. We're going to be we're on schedule for New Year's, right? We don't have a show missing it's on the 2nd. So we should be good.
If, similar to this week's show, there was barely any content happening this week. It was like, this is a really slow week. So if anything exciting happens, I'll take note of it. It's just,
hopefully.
Yeah, let us know.
This video games are on pause right now, It's like everybody's all like holidayed out right now. Like nobody cares.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and then also jump on Discord if there's something you want us to talk about on the show for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always have it open on Discord, and if you got a link, we'll take a look at it and add it onto the show if we find it interesting enough. All right, so we'll talk to you in a little bit. Appreciate you guys this week. Happy holidays, Festivus, all that other stuff. Christmas.
Happy Festivus.
And thanks for joining us this week.
Thanks,
to you later.
Everyone. Catch you all. The Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah. Bye.
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 Bye.